we've got a new product here, new product category that we are trying out. So this is a waterless wash from Armour Detail Supply. We're continuing on the journey, trying out pretty much the full product line from ADS. And waterless washes are not something that we have typically used in the past. So this is one of our first experiences using a product like this. We were racking our brains before around, when would you go and use this kind of product? So what we kind of came up with is a few different ways you use it. Number one, you probably want to be using it on a relatively clean car, which is what we've got behind us here. So the Subaru, the last wash we did on this would have been with one of the Rinseless wash solutions that we were testing out. And I think since then I've driven it to go and put petrol in it and bring it back. So perfect candidate for something like this, because when you would want to use this product is, let's say you wash your car, you were then driving it the next morning to a car show. This is something that you want to bring along with you in order to wipe it down, because you don't want to go and dry wipe your car. So with this product, there's a couple of ways you can use it. Now, ADS actually suggests both of them on their website, depending on how dirty your vehicle is. Our recommendation would be, if your car is dirty, don't use this. Go to a rinseless wash or full contact wash and clean it. This is for clean cars only. So the way that they say you can use it is you can spray it directly onto your towel, or for what they call, more soil vehicles, dirtier cars, you can spray it onto the surface of the car to allow it to emulsify some of the dirt that you've got on there. I think with a product like this, you want to be really careful. I would spray it onto the surface 9 times out of 10, because what you really want is the lubrication on the surface. You then want to drag that dirt off as safely as you can. So I don't think you're going to get enough product on your towel in order to do this. So I think what we do is we just kind of spray the surface that we're working on down here. It's got a really nice smell to it. It's pleasant.
I can smell it back here.
Yeah. Now this is safe to use on glass, paint.
You probably use too much product, but anyway.
Probably have.
We love using too much product.
We do. So maybe the next door we'll use a little bit less.
Oh, just do another couple of sprays on there just to really annoy someone to say you've used too much product. Oh, yep, perfect.
Yeah, it's got a good fresh smell to it. I'm terrible with scents. Like, I couldn't tell you quickly what I think it smells like. Apart
Is
from,
it coconut? No, I don't know.
I don't know. I always default to lollies. Like, it smells like lollies.
What kind of lolly is it then?
I don't know, but lollies, like, there's so many lollies.
Chuck me the bottle.
Of course, you'll give me a...
Undo it, because I'm holding this camera.
Okay. No.
Oh,
don't be rude.
don't be rude. Take the thing out. Take the sprayer out.
It's going to dribble everywhere.
Oh, well, let it dribble.
What do you reckon?
Oh, this is tricky, man.
It's nice, though.
What do you reckon? Well, it tastes. No, I'm joking. It doesn't taste.
I mean, if I had to call it something, I'd call it like sea breeze.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or like ocean mist.
Yep. Do you not think it's orangey?
I don't know. It's pleasant.
What colour is it? It looks orangey.
Yeah, it's got a slight...
Or like peachy? Orange peach?
It's not peach. They had this smell on the cruise ship I was just on.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like the toilet. No, not like the toilets.
It is kind of
fresh. It's nice.
fresh. I reckon it's like, you know how orange has got like an orange citrus smell?
Yep.
I feel like it's like a watered down version of orange.
Okay. Maybe we'll have a look on the ADS website and see if they give us a scent.
No, that is say added scent when they do a revision.
Oh, they do. And actually, do you know what? One of the great things about ADS is on their website they have a revisions piece. And I'm pretty sure I read in there in maybe the February of this year revision of this product, because they don't do like a V1, V2, V3. They just have Adapt, and then they revise it to continually improve it. I think they said they reduce the scent. I have to double check that.
Well, that makes sense because it's not overpowering.
Well, it's not. It's not. It's pleasant. I mean, we've left that on the car for a wee while now while we're having that whole chat. And I mean, I think I would have soaked the surface down more if we were using a rinseless wash. We're not really getting that runoff that we would with a rinseless.
I feel like you've sprayed that product like a rinseless.
Do you think I have?
I think you just meant to just do a light mist on. Just a spritz. Let it emulsify, break down any dirt and dust that's on there, and then come with your towel, wipe off.
Well, let's remove this, and then on this next section, I'll go a little bit more careful on the spray. So, I mean, with your rinseless, it's not a rinseless, with your waterless, if your car is dirty, you are going to want to manage your towel. And what I mean by manage, like we're fine on the glass here, so we'll remove that.
It's actually got some flashing off on that glass, I can see.
So the way you want to do this, if this was really dirty, is you probably want to come along like so, and then you would want to flip the towel. And that way you're not carrying any dirt that you've picked up here onto the next piece. You'd then get it, you'd flip, and just kind of work in this fashion here. You do need a lot of towels if you're going to do this. So if you are going to a car show, don't just take one towel with you in this product. You're probably going to want at least half a dozen to get around.
Has it pulled off any dirt on there?
Yeah, I mean, we do a bit of dirt, definitely.
Looked better on the other opening, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah,
A little bit.
a little bit of dirt.
So I mean, it's doing an all right job there. Now, I'll flip this here. This product is infused with SiO2 as well. So yeah, I mean,
Does it feel slick?
it's tough to tell. It's not slick. It's not grabby. But what it's going to do, it's going to leave behind a little bit of protection at the same time. So, I mean, little benefit there. Not something that I'd necessarily be looking for in a product like this, but I guess the added benefit is you're not having to come behind it. If this was a rinseless and we were doing a little bit of a tidy up right now, you'd want to come again with something like ADS Amplify or Bead Maker to add that protection. So this is leaving it behind at the same time.
But this would be kind of like, imagine if you had done a full bucket wash, you got ready for the car show, you'd put Amplify on, you then drove 10 k's down the road and you had a bit of dust. That's where you'd use it. So you wouldn't want to be adding more protection again.
No, not at all.
And I guess this would leave, I don't know, they did say that it would leave roughly around about a month's worth of protection. So there is something on there.
I mean, that hasn't left any streaking behind. I haven't really had to work too hard to buff that off.
And what we're seeing there is all the scratches that are on this car. But
yeah, this car needs a correction. It's coming up soon.
Does it feel slick? Is it slick to work with?
Yeah, I mean, on the towel, I think it's slick. If I got another clean towel now and ran it along, yeah, it's slickish. It's not on the same level of something like Amplify, but I mean, Amplify's purely designed to add that slickness and that protection, where this is doing a bit of a hybrid role. It's doing it clean and it's also adding the protection at the same time. I don't think I put too much on the surface there. I think that was an adequate amount. I mean, you can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. We'll try it on the next panel. I've got another clean towel here that I'll go to. How much would you spray here? What would you do?
I'd do like a misting.
Just like this?
And I'd do the bottom, another bit on the bottom and then one on the glass, and that's how I would do that.
Okay.
And
so it's very, very light application.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty on the glass there to work, and we're going to see that hopefully flash away. We'll come back to that actually. The temperatures are quite cool, but yeah, there we go. It is flashing a bit. And then
it's quite humid too because we've got rain out the back here.
We do. I mean, do you know what? It is slick enough with the minimal amount of product I just put on there. Got a bit of towel dragging there.
So the other place I'd use this product, not if I was going to a car show, but maybe, you know, you had your weekend car, and your weekend car you cleaned a week ago, but you hadn't driven it and it sat in the garage and it got dust on the bonnet.
Yep.
We see this quite a lot, and I used to find that quite a lot when my Subaru used to sit in the garage all the time. I'd want to drive it at the weekend and I go, oh, well, I don't want to drive it because it's dusty.
Yep.
This is where I'd bust out this product, spray it on, give it a quick wipe down, and then go drive it out for the weekend.
Yep.
That's where I would be using this.
I think where I'm at though is, why would you not use a product like Hero?
Like do a waterless wash.
A waterless wash. No, this is a waterless wash.
Rinseless wash.
Why would you not use a rinseless wash? Because, I mean, over here, right, so in the cabinet, right here, I have a bottle of rinseless made up that I can grab.
Yeah, because you'd have to spray it down. I have to get a sponge, I have to get a bucket out. I'd have to spray, let it soak, and then I like to top it up with Amplify. I feel like I'm just giving that a quick spray, a quick wipe, and I'm moving on. I'm not applying any more product.
You can use this like this though.
Yeah, you can.
We don't need to do it. We can spritz this on here, and we can grab this towel, and we can do the same thing. We'll still have that slickness. We're not leaving any protection behind.
And I guess you're getting emulsification and you're getting encapsulation with the rinseless wash. So it's a little safer. Yeah.
So I think ADS, the way that they're advertising this is, I mean, to be fair, you can use a product, I mean, in there is, I don't know, we might have Hero, it might be FinLab.
No, you've got FinLab in
Detail, that's FinLab.
Yeah.
So you can use a product like that on an interior of a car, like pretty safe to use anywhere. This is advertised as well as being safe to use on an interior. I'm skeptical around that, and I'm not willing to give it a go. This has SiO2 in it, so it's infused with some protectant. It has UV prohibitors as well to give you what ADS are advertising is about a month's worth of protection as well. I just don't feel comfortable putting a product like this on the interior of a car. There's an interior cleaner for a reason, and I mean ADS make one, Pilot, that I think I would grab over this one here, but they are saying, hey, it's safe to use on any surface, including your wheels as well.
And your glass.
Yeah. If you come along and have a look at this window, come to this angle, most of it's flashed off, but we do have a section there where it hasn't flashed away. You'll be able to see it just here. So easy for us to go and flash that away now. You can see now it flashes off, but I think something to just be aware of, that it won't flash completely for you. In fact, I've just pushed some of it over here, and this, surprisingly, is the window that I put the least amount of product on. You're definitely getting...
You're getting that SiO2 feeling to the paint though.
You are. I mean, feeling that dull there compared to this panel that I wiped without the product, you definitely get some added slickness, but I mean, that's that SiO2 that you don't have in the other product. So, I mean, I think where I would use this product is probably, it's a couple of different ways that I use this. I'd have this on the shelf and I would use it for things like door jambs. Think what happens is when you finish a wash and you go and empty your bucket and you put all of your gear away, and then you come along and find a spot that you have missed, that can be pretty frustrating. And I think this is a product that could be quite handy in those instances. You can see these door jambs are pretty dirty here. So what I can do is I can just mist them down, and then this is a safer way than
you get this in like your drying step when you open the door and you're like, oh damn it. And you just grab that out and you just go, I'm just going to give it a quick wipe. Enough emulsification, enough lubricity to go and hit those spots, gives you a little bit of protection. Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably the right place to use that.
I mean, because typically what I do, if we were using a product like Bead Maker, if I missed something, I would clean it up with my Bead Maker, which probably isn't the right way to do it. You probably do want to use a product like this. So we'll clean down the hood here, and this is exactly where you're talking, right? This car has sat in the garage, and the two areas that attract the most dust are the hood and the roof of it. So this is...
Yeah, and you go to drive your car on the weekend, it's sat in the garage all week, and it's clean, but it's like, oh, it's not clean because I'm obsessive with it and it's got dust on it, so I just want to remove that dust. Instead of getting your detail spray out and marring the surface, at least with that you got a bit of emulsification and a bit of lubricity. Yeah, it leaves a bit of protection behind, but that's probably a safe way to be able to deal with that.
And the benefit too versus using something like a rinseless wash is you just had this sitting on the shelf and it would always be ready to go. You wouldn't have to make up any solution, right?
Yeah.
Very easy to leave some solution in a bottle, but you just have that sitting there. And I mean, if you're removing dust from a car, you don't want to go and just dry wipe it. You want to have that lubricity. So this product's definitely going to give you that. So I think it's a handy product to have. I don't think it's necessary for everyone, but I mean, if you frequent car shows or you're terrible at missing spots when you clean your car and you want a product that you can come back behind and touch up some of those areas, I think it's a reasonable solution, especially if you're not too concerned about adding any type of other product on top. You know, if you're not into putting Amplify on top to give you that protection, well, this is going to give you about a month's worth of protection in the one product and the one application as well. So,
well, like also guess if you were the person who's using detail spray to clean your car, chuck your detail spray out and buy that
with this
because it's 100%. A safer version for you.
Yeah, so that's Adapt from Armour Detail Supply. Heaps more videos to come from the ADS product line. We've actually got some of their really exciting new products coming. Ghost is one that I'm really excited to try. So that is going to hopefully be put to the test to see if it could replace the existing products we're using for our tyre dressings. We've also got the wheel coating, the glass coating, and the paint coating on the way as well. So really excited to try those. Don't know which vehicle we're going to put those on, but we're definitely going to put them to the test and have a look at what all the hype is around those products. But otherwise, big thanks to ADS for sending us this product to test, and stay tuned for the next video. There's plenty more to come.